Hello, my name is Michael J. Russ. Thank you for joining me for another Zero Adversity training. Today we're going to be talking about resilience, how to be more resilient, how to boost your resilience. And I have a tip for you, a move that can help you be more resilient right here, right now. In my speaking coaching, I really talk about and convey ideas, concepts and ideas that in bite-sized pieces that you can actually adopt into your own life without changing a lot of your life. It's not wholesale change that you have to engage in order to actually create small shifts that lead to major transformation in your life. That's the one thing that I'm most proud of, is that I just focus on practical little moves like the one I'm going to show you today. It's really important that you, in this information-centric world that we're in, where everybody's throwing this at you and throwing that at you and asking for your time, your energy, and your emotional capital to be invested in what they have and what they're doing. And I can tell you that I've been there. I've dedicated time and energy and money to programs that are basically designed to create this incredible transformation in your life. The problem is you have to change too much of your life, and it's not doable when you have family, if you have children, and other issues that are personal in nature, or even your professional situation won't allow it. You are who you're with. So if you're with people who aren't on board with what it is that you're doing, it can make it more of a challenge for you to make wholesale changes, especially as an example, if you want to become a vegan and the rest of your family is not vegan. That can create a real challenging situation for you. However, can you adopt some small things, some small changes in your life that can lead to more positive transformation for you? So this little move that I'm going to give you is one of 9 moves that I actually outlined for the first time in Zero Adversity, my international best-selling book from 2014. And it's simple, and I use it every single day. Now let me illustrate one thing to you. You have a backpack, an emotional backpack. This is the way I see things. This backpack is on your back 24/7. And into this backpack goes the negative feelings and emotions and the time and energy invested into every form of adversity you encounter, whatever the degree throughout the day. The stone is the weight of that emotional adversity. It's the emotional residue that you carry from that event. So if something happens in the morning, you still have it in the afternoon. It means that this stone went into your backpack in the morning, you responded to the event, but you're still carrying the emotional residue associated with that event at the end of the day. Now you can imagine how heavy this backpack is going to get if you continue to carry these emotional residues from other events. It's going to become very heavy, and that's what leads to exhaustion and being overwhelmed. Being too tired at the end of the day to spend time with your children and go do some fun things at the end of your workday or on the weekends, whenever. Whatever's important to you. Being more productive at work, being inspired, creative. It's challenging to be inspired and creative when you're emotionally dealing with something else. So recovery, your capacity to recover, is what resilience is. Your capacity to recover. And this move I'm going to give you in a second is going to help increase your capacity to recover, and it's going to do it right now. So let's get on to it. What is the move? The move is focus on what you can control. Very simply. Focus on what you can control. When something happens, I'll give you an example. I got into my car the other day. I was going to an important appointment, and guess what? That key turned, but nothing happened. Nothing. So instead of wondering how and why it occurred, maybe did I leave something on, whatever, hey, I have an appointment I need to get to. Forget about the car. Can I borrow a car? Can I call Uber or Lyft? Can I get a taxi? Is there a way that I can get to this appointment? And on the way, I will make sure I make contact with the person I'm supposed to meet with so they can understand my situation and know that I will be there as soon as I possibly can. And if we have to reschedule, we reschedule. That's what I can focus on. By the way, there are 3 things you can focus on, your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Those are the 3 things, thoughts, words, and actions, that you can control. You cannot control other people's thoughts, words, and actions. You can influence other people's thoughts, words, and actions, but you ultimately cannot control them. When I was doing a remodel in our house, We made sure it was a large remodel because the house was from the 80s and it was a complete update. We were going to update the kitchen, build a new dining room, build a new master suite bathroom, ensuite, the whole 9 yards. There were aspects of that we needed to farm out to other people. Obviously the plans, the engineering, and somebody else to get the building permits, the whole 9 yards. We need to hire a contractor. Great, but I told that contractor, listen, you're going to go this far through all the inspections, electrical, plumbing, whatever, walls up, ready to go. I'll do the painting. I'm going to handle getting the flooring in. I'm going to handle the cabinets for the kitchen. I'm going to handle the countertops, all these little things afterwards, the finished carpentry work. I've got people that can do these things, and I don't necessarily need a contractor to handle it. I've got people myself. So I set up a desk. After I paid the contractor and he was gone, it was all taken care of. It took another 2 months to finish off everything else. And I sat at that desk every day and I orchestrated those things getting done. Well, obviously if you've done a remodel or if you've seen it on TV, nothing goes according to plan, absolutely nothing. And because if you sit there and you say, oh yeah, everything's going to be perfect, that's a panacea that's going to lead to a lot of angst, a lot of anxiety, a lot of frustration and anger. And obviously you don't want to be there. So obviously what you can't control, your thoughts, your words, your actions, you can plan accordingly. You have expectations. And if those expectations aren't met, you have the ability to make new choices, because that's what it's all about. So when something didn't happen, the tile guy didn't show up or said, hey, I can't make it today, or hey, I'm not going to be able to make it because of this particular event, I have to arrange for a new tile person. I don't care why they couldn't make it or what happened to them. If I focused on that, then I'm spending my time, energy, and emotional capital on something that won't matter. A friend of mine, Doreen Virtue, an awesome person and an international best-selling author from Hay House, she, in a personal conversation, said something to me a couple of decades ago that I've used ever since. It's one of the 9 things I've put in my book as far as helping to boost your ability to let go of adversity. Don't focus on the how and why. Don't focus on the how and why, Michael. That's what she said. She says it's of no consequence to you whatsoever. None. And I've remembered that ever since. When I focus on what I can control, part of it is recognizing that how and why isn't important. It's a waste of my time and energy. Now here's the exception. If what you can do to the event, which is beyond your control, if there's something that you can interject to that event from a response perspective that will help the situation in any way, people involved, yourself, whatever, take control, then you must do that. That's the successful response, as I outline in my book. That's the successful response. Makes you feel good, makes you feel fulfilled, obviously, happy. That's what it does for you. You want to do more things that engage positive feelings and emotions than negative feelings and emotions. And you certainly want to have an empty backpack at the end of the day, which is what my main goal is on a daily basis. So as I encounter these various events, and I ask myself, can I control anything about that? If so, what? Let me focus my time, energy, and emotional capital into that. When you become more cognizant about how your time, energy, and emotional capital is being invested, and those are the assets that you need to be productive, successful, happy, fulfilled in your life, passionate, driven, those are the assets that help you get there. If you're a student studying to become an engineer, your time, energy, and emotional capital spent in the area of helping you become the best engineer possible is what you should do. Yeah, you take some time out because you have to take time out to let the load off. However, if you encounter studying issues with content that you have to learn where you don't quite understand it, instead of getting all frustrated and anxious about and angry or over the whole situation, find someone who can help you as quickly as possible. Don't dedicate that time, energy, emotional capital into the reaction, into a response that goes nowhere. Focus on what you can control and get there. If you're working on as a leader, as a manager of other people, recognizing that you can't control their thoughts, words, and actions alone may be handicapping to you. You may think that's a handicap. Being their boss, what you can do is encourage them, motivate them, move them forward. So that's really how I use this move. And I guarantee you, if you start using it immediately, you are going to move in a positive direction very, very quickly. It'll be a small change for you that's going to lead to a huge transformation over time. My name is Michael J. Russ. You can reach me at inquiry@michaeljruss for coaching, keynote speaking, where I take these concepts of zero adversity training and I customize them and adapt them to your objective, theme, purpose behind your meeting, your organizational get-together, your convention, your conference, your issues, whatever you've got. These very simple and practical ideas can help. You can reach me at inquiry@michaeljruss.com. Again, michaeljruss.com is my website. I'd love to hear from you. I really appreciate your time and your courtesy. Take care. Bye-bye.